Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to The Contentment. This is a place where we pull together ideas from the world's creatives to help level up your sweet mind, your juicy body, and your spirit. I do not know what that was, but anyway, on with the show. For those of you that don't know, fully qualified personal trainer and freelance graphic designer, and I love what I do. And I'm just feeling extremely grateful at the moment. Recently just upgraded my setup so I can do better work, and there's just so much to be grateful for this year. I've just finished, the whole month of January. I did a power list, and I'm going to do it for this whole year because the power list is the game changer. As a previous video that I've talked about, how the power list, it's the best tool ever. 5 things every day that you have to do that move the needle forward in the direction you're trying to go, whether that's, personal life, business, self-development, whatever it is. So, yeah, I'm feeling super empowered at the moment. My place is just looking so clean and so nice, and I'm just super grateful. I hope you guys are thriving in February 2023. And if you're not, it's never too late to start. If you're struggling with anything, flick me a message or just ask someone or message someone or just fucking do some shit to change how you're feeling, because the theme of today's video, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save me. Personal responsibility is the only option if you're trying to make a life for yourself. And this is at least my belief, but it's the only belief that I've experienced that is empowering. I've been down other routes and it has led to some serious bad times. So now that I'm here, I'm the most personally responsible that I've ever been in my life, and I'm also feeling the best that I've ever felt in my life. Obviously with exception, there's roller coasters, there's ups and downs, shit still gets hard, shit is still amazing. It is the way of the human experience. So let's get into today's letter. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get it. So off the bat, shout out to Dana and Rob. Dana and Bailey, Rob Bailey. Dana was like a huge inspiration back in the day for bodybuilding, and she's still an absolute weapon today. And Rob, her husband, is just becoming just a business guru, and is, they're multi-millionaires. They deal with huge companies and hang out with the most empowering people, and I just find them so inspiring. Anyway, fanboying, but they have a quote, and no one is coming to save me. No one is coming to save you. Rob says it all the time. Work, hustle, kill, no one's coming to save you. And it's so true. You can, and I really want to be clear here. Talk about your mental health. Talk about the things that are holding you back. Talk about all of the shit that's under the hood in you. Talk about what's in your head that, go to therapy, do all the things you need to do. But at the end of the day, you have to take the steps. You have to do the rehab. You have to do the therapy. You have to show up every day. You have to get up when the alarm goes off. You have to make your own lunch. You have to do everything yourself. If you don't have your own back, no one will. No one's coming to save you. You can talk as much shit as you want about trying to make a life and do the things or whatever that is, but no one is coming to do it for you. Like my dad used to say, no one will push your wheelbarrow for you. It's kind of funny thinking about that because I only really understand what he meant now. And yeah, no one's fucking coming to save us. No one's coming to save you. So what better time to start grinding than now? And this year, things are going to get more difficult in terms of money and stuff. So might as well get on the path. I'm just super hyped about it. Obviously, this is my experience. Do whatever the fuck you want, but it feels good. I'm empowered at the moment, and I love it. Financials. So, what now? Now that you have this cool ass information, this hip new information, bro, no one is coming to save you. Nothing new, but maybe it is for you. I can only speak on my experience and what I'm trying to improve, and if I think about it, I'm not doing what I want for a living. I still have a 9-to-5 job, 7 till 3:30. I still have that job, and I'm still doing my freelance stuff, and I'm still doing like online training, and I don't want to have to work my job. I want to be full-time doing what I love. For me, graphic design and 3D modeling I've never been so fired up and passionate about stuff, and I've designed stuff my whole life, and it's led to this. The book and everything that I've made is leading to graphic design, and I'm just so passionate about it, and it's one of those things that I don't get to choose. For some reason I love it, and that's all I know. And I'd love to take that full time. I'd love to earn more so that I can do different things and expand my business and all of that. If I talk about my body, I have pectus excavatum, my heart and lungs are compromised. Sometimes my heart really hurts, sometimes I can't breathe well. No one is going to fix that for me. Obviously outside of surgery, but in terms of everyday application, no one's going to grow my business. No one's going to make time for me to do the things that I need to do. No one is going to fucking do breath work and use my vacuum bell and practice everything that I need to do for my chest. No one's going to do that. Only I have the power to make those changes, and only you have the power to make the changes that you want in your life. I know this is super simple, but this is the foundation, and this is the shit that I believe we just need to drill into our heads, because if you wake up and you can't be fucked one day, then that is the reason that you're not where you want to be. That is the reason I'm not where I want to be, because so much of my life I used to just fuck off and play games and do nothing. Now, again, we want to have fun, this is my experience, but to me, I'm having the most fun, and, if gaming's your thing and you're happy to work your job for the rest of your life and you think that's truly fulfilling, then, props to you, so be it. It's not for me. I'd rather pluck all my hairs off my arm than you get the idea. Sure, it sucks, personal responsibility. Sure, it sucks that no one's coming to save you, but it is just the truth. Mummy is not coming to save me, and as much as I wish that I could snap my fingers and be given $1 million and create my dreams, no one's going to do that for me. I have to do that. And so one of the things that I'm doing is building discipline, and you can build discipline in various amounts of ways. I'm sure you guys have noticed I'm doing a letter every week, and I have for a while now. Along with that letter, I'm doing a video, which is what this is, and a podcast. I'm doing that every single week, no matter what, as a practice, as a tool, as a skill building discipline. Discipline is a perishable skill. You have to build it up over time. You can lay down foundations of stuff that you have to do with no compromise if you want to build the skill of discipline. This month, I'm getting up at 4:30 every day and going to bed earlier than I ever have in my life, and that's a huge struggle for me because my identity has always been, I'm a night owl, I love staying up late, blah 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 blah. I don't like getting up early, and here I am going to bed at 9:30, between 9:30 10:30, and getting up at 4:30 every single day for February, and that's another discipline building habit. I don't really want to, but fuck it, I want my dreams more than anything. And I'm building the skill of discipline to make sure that I can action out my steps into my dream life. And yeah, it makes sense to me. A lot of people talk about it. Andy Frisella, Rob Bailey, all of these incredible people, they talk about discipline being a skill that you build. You don't just stumble upon work ethic. I used to have no work ethic, only in towards the gym. Matter of fact, one of my first girlfriends used to just get mad at me because I had no work ethic, and she used to be real mean to me about it. And that is true. No resentment towards her. That was true. However, now, I've worked on that skill. 75 Hard taught me that the first time I did it. And now I'm applying that in all of these other things that I'm doing to build discipline, to build grit, to build work ethic, because I didn't fucking have it, and you have to build it. If you don't, then you won't get it. You don't just have it or you don't. You build it, you practice it, and if you stop practicing it, you lose it. It is a perishable skill. You have to keep getting better, or the law of the universe, entropy, things are going backwards unless they are maintained or pushed forwards. Your discipline gets worse if you don't craft it and cultivate it. That was a bit of a ramble about some stuff that I've talked about in the past in other videos, but I want to drill it home because it's so important for me and everything I'm trying to do, my mental health, everything. Discipline has changed my life. But in terms of no one's coming to save you, and I believe that through practices we can look at ourselves and unpack parts of us that want to be saved, or traumatic experiences, shit that holds us back, And that is where breathwork comes in. And that is where I believe through practices, you can surrender to your experience. So let's just take the narrative of no one is coming to save you. Cool. That's kind of heavy. You're alone. No one's coming to do this shit for you. You can take that into a practice, and in my case, a breathwork practice, and think about that. And the way that I like to think about it is accepting and surrendering to that idea. Now, through breathwork, whether it's Wim Hof, Awaken, or slow breathing, box breathing, I take that prompt, that cue into the practice, and then from there, I'm trying to surrender and accept to that. I literally just go over the word in my mind, surrender, so often to different things that I'm struggling with. And this is sometimes, well, in the past, it's been one. No one's coming to save me. Fuck. Surrender to that. Surrender. And when you're in the peak and the height of your breathwork experience, that surrender just hits even harder, and you feel all of the chains of all of the shit holding you back drop off, and you're in this state where you can finally surrender to the fact that no one's coming to save you. You have to have your own back, and you have to create your dreams. No one's going to do it for you. Breathwork is incredibly powerful for embodying experiences and feelings. For example, the surrendering that I'm talking about. One of my favorite quotes from Wim Hof: through deep breathing, we become alchemists, and that is essentially the way we are. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Through breathwork, we can alchemize surrendering and turn that into positive action and really empower ourselves and our life. Breathwork, it's changed my life. Breathwork, so many things have, but breathwork, I've had so many liberating experiences with breathwork that it's foundational. And sometimes 2 weeks goes by and I don't have any like wow moments, and then boom, I have a session where tears, everything, I just surrender and drop all of the bullshit that's held me back, and all of a sudden I'm feeling extremely empowered. And I'm not expecting it to work every day, because it doesn't, but by being disciplined and consistent with it, you're opening up the doors to have those incredible experiences where you are truly dealing with all of the shit that you face. And I think it's so important, taking your own shit into your own hands. So I'll link Wim Hof's breathwork, Awaken Daily. Feel free to DM me about box breathing if you don't know what that is, but link in the description of this video for Wim Hof or Awaken Daily. I do one of those two practices every single day, no matter what. Super empowering. And speaking of the practices, I like to use sort of like a self-hypnosis, if you will, and that's just through music. So shout out Lucas Mack. He's a breathwork practitioner, the inventor of Awaken Daily, but also he has some incredible music, which in my opinion, I only listen to as like mantra affirmation music. So Lucas Mack on Spotify. Then there's Ram Dass and Alan Watts, and then they have their speeches over some like really cool music, or just some really nice house music to send me into like a really deep feeling that I can embody with the stuff that I'm taking into the practice. So self-hypnosis with music. I'll actually link my playlist. It's called Breathwork Return. It's a playlist I throw on every now and again when I need some guidance in my breathwork. And yeah, so if you want to check that playlist out, it's on Spotify, and I'll link it in this video. So with that being said, guys, another week down, getting into February. I really, really appreciate you watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you want any design related stuff done, if you want any product 3D animation done, anything like that, feel free to check out the Contentment 3D on my Instagram. That's my business Instagram, and you can check out the stuff that I do in my portfolio on there. Really appreciate you checking in. Every last drop. That is what we're here for. Pick up the controller. You are player one. No one's coming to save you. Approach it with fucking furious anger and love in whatever way that you need to get you through. I appreciate you. Let's do it. Peace, guys. Let's fucking go.